This video is sponsored by Shortform. In this video, I'm going to share with you 10 tips about how to use your iPhone to get things done more quickly and save you time. And so in light of that, I'm going to keep this intro very short and sweet. Let's get into it. One of the great things about typing on your computer is the ability to use the mouse or touchpad to move your cursor to a specific point in the text when you need to make a change quickly and accurately. Well, you can do that on your iPhone as well, and it's actually really easy to do. When typing, simply press and hold the spacebar and then move your thumb around on the screen. As you do this, the cursor will move around the text field, allowing you to quickly move around the text and make changes as needed. In my experience, you can do this with pinpoint accuracy, dropping the cursor exactly where you need it, saving you a ton of time in the process. Is there anything as frustrating as getting partway through a complicated calculation on your calculator only to input the wrong number? You've got no option but to cancel and start again, right? Wrong. You can edit the number and carry on as usual, so long as you know what you're doing. When in the calculator, simply swipe across the number display and you'll remove one number at a time. Keep doing this until you've removed enough to be able to carry on as usual. It doesn't matter if you swipe from left to right or right to left here, by the way, both swipes give the same result. Control Center is a feature on your iPhone that allows you to quickly access important settings and functions. With just a swipe up from the bottom of your screen or a swipe down from the top right of your screen on a phone like the iPhone 14, you can access the Control Center and quickly turn on or off the torch or flashlight, whatever you call it, adjust the brightness of your screen, control music playback, you can access frequently used apps like the calculator and the camera without having to go to the home screen. You can also use it to connect to Wi-Fi networks or toggle airplane mode on or off with just a tap. Control Center is fully customizable, so you can add or remove shortcuts to the features that you use most, and you would do this by going to Settings, then scrolling down until you see Control Center and tapping in there. This screen is essentially split into two, with the section up at the top called Included Controls, and that's where you can view the functions you've already got included in Control Center, while down at the bottom you have more controls, and these are the options you can choose to add. To add a function, simply tap the green plus next to it, and it will be added to your Control Center. Before we continue, a quick mention of the sponsor of today's video, Shortform. Shortform is a service that takes non-fiction books and turns them into easy-to-digest book summaries, saving you valuable time whilst letting you learn more. I recently discovered a book on how we build habits around technology and become addicted to our tech products. I'd struggled to find the time to read the full thing, so having a thorough summary that I can read in between working on other things has been a game changer for me. Shortform's book summaries are written by a team of experienced writers and editors who ensure that the content is accurate, reliable, and super high quality. But it's not just technology books you'll find on the site. Shortform publishes new book summaries and articles every week, covering categories from economics to art and design. As a subscriber, you can even influence future drops by voting for which books you'd like to see receive the Shortform treatment. If you're interested, you can get a 5-day free trial, as well as 20% off your membership by joining Shortform through my link, which you can see here on the screen, and you'll find in the description of this video. There are going to be some things on your iPhone that you don't need to interact with, you just need to quickly view, maybe the calendar, or a list that you use often, or perhaps the weather, and in those cases, adding a widget to your home screen could be a great time saver. To see which widgets are available for your device and to add widgets in, do the following. From the home screen, tap and hold for a moment to go into what's known as jiggle mode, where all of the apps on your home screen will begin to jiggle about. You'll then see a plus icon in the top left of the screen. Tap on this, then scroll down. Many Apple first-party apps offer widgets, apps like Mail, Calendar, Weather, Find My. There are loads to choose from here, but third-party apps may also offer widgets as well. It's really a case of scrolling through and seeing if anything here takes your fancy. When you find an app you're interested in adding, tap to see the options available to you. Again, this will vary depending on the app, but many apps will offer widgets of different sizes, some only taking up a couple of app squares, some taking up half your screen, so you can pick and choose and find something that works for you. You may also find that when you've added a widget, whilst still in jiggle mode, if you tap on the widget, you can change some of the options associated with that widget. So for example, if I take the world clock widget and then tap on the widget whilst in jiggle mode, I then have the option to choose which cities to include and what order they should be in. This of course allows for really detailed customization of widgets, so you can find ones that work for you and your requirements. Force Touch is a feature on newer iPhones that allows you to interact with your phone in a more intuitive and efficient way. The way that you do this will depend on the model of phone that you're using. On the iPhone XS, for example, you would do this by applying more pressure on the screen as you push down on an app tile. On an iPhone like the 14 Pro, you would do this simply by tapping and holding on an app tile for just a second until you feel the haptic feedback tap of the screen. Force Touch allows you to access hidden menus, preview content, and more. Force Touch can save you tiny amounts of time, but used often, that saved time can add up. So here, for example, with the Mail app, rather than me tapping to open the Mail app, then tapping on the new Mail button, I can use Force Touch to bring up this contextual menu, then choose New Message. Or here on Twitter, if I want to create a new tweet. Not all apps have Force Touch functionality, but many do, and you should have a look to see if an app that you use supports it. By the way, if you prefer to have content like this in a written format, there's a PDF to accompany this video, and you can access it by joining my membership program, where for a small monthly fee, you'll get access to all video PDFs moving forward, plus the growing library of old ones. Just follow the link in the description of this video that says Become a Channel Member. Spotlight Search is a handy feature that's available on every iPhone, and it can save you a lot of time. With this feature, you can search for anything on your device, including contacts, emails, files, and apps, all in one place. Simply swipe down from the middle of your home screen or press the home button on older devices, or if you're using iOS 16 or newer, you should be able to tap the search button at the bottom of your home screen. Then simply start typing your query. The results will appear instantly, and you can tap on any result to go straight to that app or file. So here, for example, if I type in the term contract, at the top you can see that I can search the web for that term or associated terms, but then below that there are any files in the Files app that contain the word contract. Further down that there are settings, and right down at the bottom I can even search within a specific app. We all spend a lot of time typing things on our iPhones, and we've probably all got certain words or phrases that we type out quite often. It would make sense, therefore, to be able to type out these words or phrases at the push of a button or two, and text replacement allows you to do exactly that. Text replacement is a feature that allows you to replace a shortcode with a longer phrase or sentence. So a really common example that people use is being able to type the phrase at, and that would automatically swap out for your email address. You can use this for whatever you like, though. You can set up text replacements by going to the Settings app on your iPhone, tapping on General, then Keyboard, and then Text Replacement. From there, you can add new text replacements by typing in the phrase and shortcut of your choice. By the way, if you're enjoying the content here, why not consider signing up to my newsletter, The Proper Weekly? I include some tech news from the week, a behind the scenes of what's happening here on the channel, as well as a tip for an item in the Apple ecosystem. The newsletter goes out each Friday, it's free to join, and I'll include a sign-up link in the description of this video. The world is slowly but surely going digital, but there will still be times where you're expected to sign a document and send it on. You can do this entirely on your iPhone if you wish, without the need for a printer or a pen or even paper. First up, take a picture of the document. My recommendation would be to use the Notes app to do this, as you can take a scan of the image with your phone rather than a photo. Open Notes, create a new note, then tap the camera button and choose Scan Documents. Position the document flat on a contrasting background and tap the shutter button to take the scan. On the next screen, you can adjust the borders of the scan and either retake it or choose Keep Scan. Then choose Save to insert the scan into the note. With that done, you're then going to want to tap on the PDF that's been created and then tap on the Share button. In the Share sheet, choose Markup. Tap the plus button in the lower right of the screen and then choose Signature. If you're doing this for the first time, you'll be prompted to insert your signature using your finger. You might find it easier to rotate your phone to landscape mode to do this, and you can pinch and push to zoom in and out as you wish. When you press Done, your signature will be inserted. You can then move it around on the document and resize it as you need to get it exactly where you need it to be. If you ever find yourself getting quite deep into the menus of settings on your iPhone, or perhaps you're browsing the web and you want to jump back several pages, rather than tapping the back button multiple times, simply tap and hold for a second. The available back pages will show in a list, and you simply tap on the one that you want to get to. Your iPhone will jump you right there. How many times have you opened your camera app wanting to take a video, but your camera app is in the photo option? It takes a moment for you to realize, then you have to swipe across to the video mode, and by that time it's possible that whatever you were trying to catch a video of has been and gone. Try this instead. When you open the camera app and you find that it's set to photos, tap and hold on the shutter button for a moment. Your iPhone will begin recording video rather than taking a picture. You can either let go once you've finished recording the video, or if you want to record for longer, simply swipe from left to right to lock the shutter button in place, and then your iPhone will operate exactly as it would have if you'd gone to video mode and started recording. So there you go, 10 tips for saving your time on your iPhone. What do you think? Any time-saving tips that should have been included in this video? Drop me a comment and let me know. And as ever, if you found this video useful, do please consider leaving me a like and subscribing to my channel for more content like this in the future. See you on the next video.